Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maya Adelia, and in this opportunity, I would like to present it about the article by the title "Students Speaking Anxiety in English Education Study Program." Okay, generally, students get problems when use English for expressing ideas effectively. Then sometimes they stop speaking because cannot find a suitable vocabulary and expressions. It will be a problem when anxiety is experienced by students of English Education Department because they are prospective English teachers, where their skills and confidence are needed in teaching. Based on the above mentioned problems, the article or the study on speaking anxiety in the identification of speaking anxiety in English education study program is believed to be able to solve such problems and improve their speaking ability. Following with this, research questions for this study can be seen as follows. What are the differences of students' perceptions toward their speaking anxiety factors in public and private university? And the second is, what are the differences of students' perception toward their solution to decrease their speaking anxiety? Okay, next. Skills in learning English generally consist of 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Reading and listening are considered as receptive skills in learning and use of language, while writing and speaking are productive skills needed to be integrated with the development of effective communication. Of the 4 English skills, speaking seems to be the most important skill needed to communication. Speaking is one means of communication to express ideas or opinions. Students who study English as a foreign language or EFLs usually have less opportunities to practice English outside the classroom and are also limited to interacting with English native or students from English speaking country. Okay, next, speaking is one form of the sentence production process related to the process of producing sentences. Sentence production involves 4 main processes, namely conceptualization, formulation, articulation, and the last is self-monitoring. Conceptualization relates to message content planning. Formulation refers to finding words and phrases to express meaning, sort them, and place appropriate grammar markers. And articulation involves motor control of an articulator organ. And then the last is self-monitoring, related to users' language that is able to identify and correct mistakes themselves. Okay, next, anxiety in speaking English. The cause of anxiety in public speaking, namely the first, feeling confused what should be done, feeling confused how to begin the conversation, and then cannot predict what the listener expected, and then the last is to not ready to do speaking. And the next is the major factor causes of anxiety in public speaking. Namely, the first is feeling confused about what will be delivered in public, and then afraid to hear audience comments, fear of being loud, and fear of making mistake. Okay, next, anxiety makes students nervous and scared, which can cause poor oral performance. One of factors which greatly correlates with anxiety is self-confidence. Confidence involves evaluating, and evaluating correlates with the performance of the students themselves. The main cause of speaking difficulties were affected by shyness, lack of vocabularies, and environment of learning, dealing with mistake and lectures reaction during English speaking performance. In speaking classes, students need to have certain resources that can help them evaluate their own appearance. Using video recording as a means to help students carry out written self-reflection also provides useful insight into the efforts of students to evaluate their performance. Improving speaking skills is one of the most challenging tasks for teachers in the EFL context because many EFL classes have shortcomings from language teachers and students who make language learners quiet and not motivated to speak in English. Foreign language anxiety is a problem in language learning and has a negative effect on speaking English for some students. And then the characteristics of someone experiencing anxiety speaking in public can be seen from various aspects, such as aspect of mood, cognitive aspect, somatic aspect, and motoric aspect. And then next is method. Research method. The study was used mixed method where qualitative and quantitative was designed. And then the research participant. The purpose of this study was to find out students speaking anxiety in English education program. This study was conducted in students studying in private university and those studying in public university. The instrument or interview and questionnaire were conducted in obtaining the data. The researcher used confined sampling to select the participants, and then data analysis. The data from interview was analyzed by doing transcription to find out the meaning, and then the result. It can be concluded that the main causes of students speaking anxiety were primarily affected by the nervousness and idea delivery. And the main cause is coming from self-confidence, considering mistakes, and lecturers' attitude over English speaking performance. And next, what is the solution? Solution in reducing speaking anxiety. Solutions suggested by the students from either public or private university were precisely the same, that the preparation before speaking started and environment which support them to speak in English are two beneficial things to reduce speaking anxiety. And it is better for students to find out the partner to practice English and give good feedback, of course. And some students in this study suggest that have English speaking environment will be beneficial to reduce their speaking anxiety. Okay, and the last is conclusion. To sum up, it can be concluded that speaking anxiety factors were like self-confidence, considering mistake, lecture attitude over English speaking performance, nervousness, and idea delivery. The higher the level of their anxiety, the lower their motivation to improve the skill, and it is generally accepted to listen to their perception toward the solution in reducing speaking anxiety. Okay, that's all from me. The last I said, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for your nice attention.